Kadyrov versus Prigozhin or TikTok general versus Putin's cook. The other day, Kadyrov's men got into an altercation with Prigozhin, which caused a backlash from the representatives of the PMC Wagner. It is not really necessary to discuss it in a good way, but I would like to once again show the essence of Kadyrov's TikTok legion. Please note that one cannot put an equal sign between the Kadyrovites and the Chechens. The Ukrainians have shown more than anyone else that the Kadyrovites are very bad actors in the theater of military operations, and that the only people who fear them are the Russians, for whom the might of Kadyrov's army has been imposed by Russian propaganda. I want to note in advance that this is simply a dry statement of the facts, and not an attempt to give anyone undeserved regalia, because they are all war criminals who deserve a trial and a gas chamber if they receive such a verdict. What are the achievements during the full-scale invasion of Ukraine of the Wagner PMC and the Kadyrovites? Just dry facts. Wagner PMC in 10 months noted that they were able to capture 99% of the small district-level town of Bakhmut, along the way becoming the most frequently cited organization. During this period, the Kadyrovites did not capture anything and did not become a decisive striking force in any major battles, but became famous for mass rapes, looting, torture of prisoners, abuse of civilians in the second and third lines, as well as TikTok blogs and barrier functionality. That is, if the Wagner PMC has at least some history and, let us say, a portfolio of real combat operations, then the Kadyrovites are very bad actors with weapons. The smell of war is foreign to them and unhealthy. I'm not saying that they can't take someone's life, but it works locally, not on the front lines. There is another very important point. Talking earlier about the Wagner PMC, I mentioned several groups into which this structure is divided. These are the Ukrainian, Russian, hybrid and European groups. Ukrainian group of PMC Wagner is almost completely destroyed, while the Russian group is mainly instructors. Hybrid part of the Wagner PMC is now present in the Middle East, South and Central America, squeezing France out of Africa. The Wagner PMC acts as a geopolitical level, an overseer of certain countries. Now imagine that Prigozhin gives the command to withdraw the Wagner PMC from Africa. Who will control the gold deposits in the Central African Republic? Who will support Khalifa Haftar? Do you think the TikTok posers can handle it? And Prigozhin can really blackmail Putin with this. He hasn't succeeded in Ukraine, it's true. His cheap PR doesn't stand up to the slightest criticism. But he keeps control over the geopolitical ambitions of Russia, and no one can replace the Wagner PMC in this field. Kadyrov's bloggers will not be able to accomplish this task. Therefore, in what is still a cold war between the Prigozhinians and the Kadyrovites, I wish both sides to lose, but I am confident in the superiority of Putin's chef's team. While Kadyrov was building palaces and filling his belly, Prigozhin built a vertical of pressure. Observe, this could be an interesting show in times of turmoil.